Right now at 10, a Sunday soaking where heavy downpours have created a dangerous drive.
And even at this hour, we're tracking some thunderstorms and heavy downpours, plus a flood advisory. Details ahead.
The new message to parents from Mid-Pacific Institute after last month's deadly kayaking trip. Plus,
I got 59 this direction and 29 on my way home.
Buckle up as the inter-island airfare war takes off with Southwest's new flights.
From across the islands on KGMB and KHNL, this is your source for breaking news. Hawaii News Now at 10.
Happening now, thunderstorms are drenching parts of Hawaii. On the Big Island, police urged drivers to avoid Kohala Mountain Road due to runoff, ponding, and flooding. Check out all the water flowing across the roadway around 5:30 this evening. We're told the road is now open to traffic, but drivers should use caution. Flood alerts were up earlier in the day for Oahu due to heavy downpours. Jen, what are you seeing on the radar right now?
Lisa, it's still very active, especially over the eastern end of the state and just north of the state. We're still seeing some thunderstorm activity over the waters. Taking a closer look, we have a flood advisory, leeward Kohala. Over the mountains, we've been seeing steady rain anchored to the mountains, and that's where we're seeing those heavy downpours. Earlier, about 2 inches per hour, now about 1 inch per hour. So still under that flood advisory until about 10:45. Earlier today, we had a flood advisory, and that was extended until 7:30. For Oahu. That has been expired, but at its peak 1 to 2 inches per hour. You can see the rain has dissipated there. Some showers still hanging on over parts of Maui County, especially Lanai and also parts of Maui, but all of that activity has slowed down compared to even just 1 hour ago, and you see fairly quiet over the Garden Isle. What's happening? Well, we have an upper level disturbance that's parked over the state that's drying up some of that low-lying moisture and triggering those thunderstorms. We're going to be under this air mass, this muggy, sticky air mass for one more day. But good news, the trade wind's making a comeback as we head into Tuesday. I'll have more on that coming up soon.
All right. Thank you, Jen. Authorities are investigating a body that was found floating about 100 yards offshore Sand Island Access Road today. Emergency crews responded to the Ke'ehi boat ramp just before 11 this morning. EMS personnel assisted with the death pronouncement of a man believed to be in his 50s. Exactly 1 month after a kayaking trip that left a 5-year-old boy and a 63-year-old woman dead, Mid-Pacific Institute has released new details about the investigation. In a letter to parents about the spring break program, the school says the former extended learning coordinator did not follow the published plan and took the students kayaking in Ka'ava without the administration's approval. The investigation confirmed the kayaks belonged to a family friend of the coordinator. The school also found the coordinator to be in violation of a policy involving the hiring of relatives. Mid-Pacific says it is now looking for a new extended learning coordinator and will also be hiring a new compliance and safety officer. A candlelight vigil was held this evening in Manoa. The gathering was to mourn the victims of the Easter Sunday bombings in Sri Lanka. About 250 people were killed in the attacks on churches and hotels. Tonight's event was held in front of the Hale Manoa building at the East-West Center. Excited travelers tried out Southwest Airlines' new inter-island service today with 4 round-trip flights between Honolulu and Kahului. As Rick Daysog reports, it has been 5 years since there's been significant competition in the inter-island market.
Most of the passengers on Southwest Airlines' first Maui to Honolulu flights today say they were able to take advantage of the low introductory fares.
Oh my gosh, so I got the original $59 one way and I loved it.
Maybe for 6 of us we paid like about 200 something for 6 people.
They say they were equally impressed with Southwest's customer service.
We got free donuts, we got free coffee, they were very welcoming, and it was super fast to get on the plane.
Okay.
I actually got a credit, and they checked my bags for free.
And it was open seating, so that was nice. Yeah, and then they were really accommodating for my father-in-law who's hurt his leg.
But aviation industry analyst Peter Foreman doesn't think the $59 and $29 fares are sustainable. He says over the long run, fares will edge back up as Southwest builds up market share.
In the short term, everyone benefits as travelers from a fare war when somebody comes in. So great prices. Hawaiian is going to be defending their turf. They're going to be offering some discount prices to go along with it as well.
Local residents tell us that the recent high fares has deterred them from flying inter-island. They now expect to fly more frequently under the new competitive environment.
That held us from traveling more often, you know, and now with Southwest with their wonderful fares, you know, we'd come to Oahu more often.
Southwest will expand its inter-island service on May 12th with new flights between Honolulu and Kona. Rick Desog, Hawaii News Now.
Cyclists took a scenic ride on Oahu's North Shore today to help promote bicycle safety. Organizers say about 1,000 people participated in the Haleiwa Metric Century Ride, which started at Kayaka Bay Beach Park. The Hawaii Bicycling League has been organizing the ride since 1991. This year, the group is trying to raise awareness about Hawaii's new law that requires drivers to provide at least 3 feet of separation when passing a bicyclist.
Some drivers might think 6 inches is safe, which really isn't. You need that safety buffer. Just in case something goes wrong, the bicyclist wobbles or the motorist swerves a little bit, and that way they don't collide.
The law started last July. The group's awareness campaign also includes bicycle jerseys and bumper stickers. It was another year of spectacular performances from the Merry Monarch stage. Our Mileka Lincoln has more from Hilo on this year's Wahine and Kane winners.
Merry Monarch 2019 is a wrap, and your overall combined division winners, Hula Halau o Kamuela. A roar from the stands as the ladies of the Kalihian Waimanalo Halau found out their hard work had earned them the distinction as the 56th annual Merry Monarch Festival champions.
We had our ups and downs on this trip, and I thought that some of my dancers wouldn't be able to dance because injuries happen on the stage when we're practicing, and I had to decide kahiko night if I was going to let them dance, you know, just things happen, and you know, but I believed in them, and you know, they told me they could do it, and you know, I just wanted to make sure that they was okay too, and they pulled it off, and Awana too.
Their Awana Mele was written by 2-time Grammy Award winner and multiple Nahoku Hano Hano recipient Kalani Pe'a, a Hilo boy.
For me to sing it for the first time here and for it to play somewhere in the Merry Monarch Festival, I mean, what else can I say other than being so grateful?
And the Wahine of the Halau are extremely appreciative as well, especially given the physical demands of this year's performances.
The feeling is unreal right now. We're so overwhelmed with happiness and joy. Definitely, it was a hard road to get here, but the outcome that you guys saw tonight is what it was, and we just want to mahalo the judges so much. You know, we're so touched that they thought that we deserved the places that we got, so thank you to all of them.
The men of Kaleo Olaka i Kahikina Okala once again came out on top as the overall Kane champions after placing first in Kahiko with their Mele Ma'i.
We feel really wonderful. It's amazing. I'm never tongue-tied, but I feel like I am right now. The results were more than we could have expected. We did our very best, and we're so glad with the results.
Merry Monarch officials say the competition just keeps getting better and better every year. So what can we expect from 2020? Well, you're just going to have to stick around and be sure to come back here to Hilo to find out. Reporting from the Edith Kanakaole Stadium, Mileka Lincoln, Hawaii News Now.
We can't wait. Thanks, Mileka. Financial trouble spells the end for a sweet treat shop at Ward. Via Gelato will be shutting down this location next month, and the owner plans to file for bankruptcy. She says the reason for the closure is due to the area's high rent. The business says it asked for a rent reduction but was ultimately denied, and the owner is now being told to pay the rest of the lease after moving out. But another dessert shop in Ward says it hasn't had the same issues as Via Gelato.
I'm barely scraping by. Like, how are you going to get $500,000 from me? And the lawyers have told me that the way that they're going to do it is they're going to attach something to your wages until you pay that off. So whatever money that you make in the future, that goes to them.
I have to depend on myself as the owner. I can't expect, I'm not going to expect my customers to bail me out. I'm not going to expect my landlord to bail me out. I need to make sure I do everything to the T, and it's on me. The success is on me, but also the failures will be on me. They're manipulating the situation to make themselves look like the victim, and I find that really disappointing.
Ward Villages says, quote, local small businesses are important to us and we truly want every one of them to succeed. We're upfront and transparent in the terms of our leases. Via Gelato says they plan to return to their original Kaimuki location. Still ahead, the rabbi wounded in this weekend's synagogue shooting describes the chaos. Also coming up, the future of Mauna Kea, how you can weigh in on lands managed by the University of Hawaii.
See something you want to share with Hawaii News Now? Post it on social media using the hashtag HNN.